Welcome back, my friends, and today we'll be talking about my favorite hobby, walking, and why it's more than a hobby. So please subscribe, like, comment, and share. In a world where trauma and stress can feel overwhelming, finding gentle, accessible ways to heal is essential. For many, the simple act of walking outside offers a powerful grounding experience, combining movement, natural light, and the rhythmic patterns of walking. Combining all of this movement is similar to EDMR. And this is rapid eye movement therapy. It heals trauma. If you suffer from cPTSD, like me, this is very helpful. If pills have not worked for you, if traditional therapy hasn't worked, well, my friends, today, this is the solution. Walking. It sounds so simple, and it really is. All it takes is one step outside, just one step, a minimum of 5 minutes a day. Walking can create a therapeutic environment that echoes the principles of EMDR, eye movement desensitization, and reprocessing. This video will explore how walking can support trauma recovery, sharing insights into the science behind it, personal experiences, and practical tips for incorporating this practice into your daily life. For me, walking became kind of a lifeline. The act of moving through space, breathing in fresh air, and letting my senses wake up helped me process emotions that felt too heavy to sit with indoors. There was something about the changing light, the trees swaying in the breeze, and you can see this on one of my shorts, or just watching my dog sniff around, also on one of my shorts. Curiously, that gave me a sense of peace, and I couldn't find it in any other setting. The science behind walking and mental health is inevitable. Walking is more than just a physical exercise. It's a holistic activity that supports the mind, body, and soul. When we walk, especially in nature, we engage multiple senses: sight, sound, smell, touch. This sensory engagement grounds us in the present moment and helps reduce anxiety and stress. Scientific research shows that walking can lower cortisol, the stress hormone, cortisol levels, improve mood by increasing dopamine and serotonin, and even boost memory and cognition. The rhythmic, repetitive motion of walking has a meditative quality. It calms the nervous system and promotes a sense of emotional regulation, which is particularly important for trauma survivors who may be living in a near constant state of alert. EMDR and its connection to movement. EMDR therapy is best known for using bilateral stimulation, such as guided eye movements, to help reprocess traumatic memories. It works by activating both sides of the brain while recalling difficult experiences, which appears to help the brain integrate and resolve those memories with less emotional intensity. That means a more relaxed you. Walking with its natural left, right, step-by-step pattern mimics this bilateral stimulation in an organic, self-directed way. As we walk and scan our surroundings, our eyes naturally move from side to side. This gentle rhythm may engage similar neurological pathways, those used in EMDR, supporting emotional processing. This gentle rhythm may engage similar neurological pathways to those used in EMDR, supporting emotional processing, calming the nervous system, and promoting clarity. However, it is not, warning, it is not a replacement for therapy. I am also in therapy currently, and let me tell you, 2 and 2 go together. 2 and 2 make 4. So please stick to therapy and walking and EMDR. You can access EMDR through your therapist or through a wellness center. They both complement each other. And for some, it becomes its own form of embodied healing. When traditional treatments like antidepressants and antipsychotics fell short of helping my PTSD, I turned to the basics: walking, exercise, therapy, being with my dog, and consistent movement. These things didn't erase the pain, they softened it. They made it livable. Keyword, livable. I felt more in touch with myself and less trapped in my body, in my brain, in my memories. Because you could get physical symptoms of stress and trauma like sweating. You can gain a little bit of weight because of the stress. Cortisol is very unhealthy. Higher blood pressure, higher fats in the heart. I learned to trust that even when my mind felt chaotic, my feet could still find a rhythm. And sometimes that was enough. Practical tips for incorporating walking into healing practices. So important to heal. If you're curious about using walking as part of your trauma, recovery, or mental health care, here are some gentle, non-intimidating ways to begin. 1, you want to start small. You don't need to commit to long hikes. Even a 10-minute or 5-minute walk around your block can make a difference. Engage your senses. Pay attention to the sound. Pay attention to the texture, colors, and the beauty around you, how the wind feels, how it smells. If you can smell the flowers. Let yourself notice the beauty in small things. Let go of productivity. This isn't about exercise or steps. It's about healing. So walk slowly. Stop if you want. Sit and take deep breaths. Really breathe. Sync your breath and steps. Find a calming rhythm between your breathing and walking pace. It could become a moving meditation. Choose a calming route. Quiet streets, nature trails, or even graveyards, yes, graveyards, which are often peaceful and tree-filled, can be ideal. When I lived in Europe, I often walked at the graveyard, and it was really nice. I live next to Montparnasse, and there is a cimetière Montparnasse, and it is very well known. A lot of visitors all the time, because there are many famous writers, painters, philosophers that are buried there. But it's a beautiful place, and it really helps for mental clarity and peace. And sometimes I don't bring my dog with me, sometimes I do. It all depends on what is less stressful for me. And number 6, bring a safe companion. Whether it's a dog, a friend, or even music, walking doesn't have to be done alone, unless that feels best. Walking offers a simple yet profound way to engage in self-healing. By combining the natural benefits of movement, fresh air, and mindful observation, we can create a therapeutic practice that supports trauma recovery and overall well-being. Personally, I found that no pills, antidepressants, antipsychotics have helped my PTSD more than the combination of walking, therapy, being with my dog, and exercising. I do lift weights, so that also helps, and it lowers cortisol levels and thus betters your health. These elements have provided a sense of peace and mental clarity that traditional medications could not. Could not at all, not even close. Embrace the simplicity of stepping outside and allow the rhythm of your steps to guide you toward balance. Healing doesn't always have to be loud, fast, or dramatic. Sometimes it starts with one small step at a time.